Hello friends, our next topic is the distance relay. So the question for this topic is explain principle of the distance relay. Then explain the concept of distance relay applied to protection of the transmission line. Then third question is compare the impedance relay, reactance relay and the Moore relay with references to the applications and the characteristics. So first question is the what is the distance relay? So in the transmission line, it is the impedance is proportional to the impedance, that means Z. Okay. See, this Z is proportional to the which Z? It is nothing but the impedance of the transmission line. It is proportional to the length. Okay. So if the distance is to be measured, the relay that can measure the impedances. So impedance can be used. So this relay measures the impedance up to the predetermined point. So this relay is called as the distance relay. So in the just wait, I will clear all the diagrams. Yes. Now, uh, so it operates when it operates the distance relay when it's operate where we are used. Then what are the type of the distance relay? This is the main question is there. So the distance relay, it is nothing but it is work as a, similarly we can say the distance relay is the distance protection. It is defined as a distance protection element and designed to measure the faulty point. So the operation of the distance relay. So the operation of the distance relay is depend upon the value of the impedances. So it trips the circuit breaker and closes the contact when the impedance of the faulty point is less than the impedance of the relay. So the principle of the uh, distance relay is nothing but it is a very simple working, and it is based on the ratio of the voltage and the current. It is based on the voltage of it is based on the ratio of voltage and current, and that is the impedance. That means voltage and current ratio, and that is it is nothing but the impedance is there. So similarly, this relay contains the potential transformer to the supply voltage and current transformer to the current element. So which is connected in a series with entire circuit. So the secondary current of the CT produces deflecting torque where the potential transformer produces the restoring torque. This topic is already covered in the unit number 2. The protective relay is the fundamentals of the protective relay. In this unit we have to cover this all the topics. Okay, but for the transmission line, why the need of the distance relay we can use for the transmission line. So in the transmission line, that means there are the uh, in the transmission line we have to use the distance relay. So for it is depending upon the length of the transmission line, medium length, short length and the long length. So it is fully depending upon the application based of the relay. So this application is nothing but we have to use the distance relay. There are the three types are there. So first type is the impedance relay, then reactance relay, and last one is the admittance or the Moore relay. So this impedance relay, it is nothing but it is depending upon the impedances and suitable for the phase fault protection of the transmission line at a moderate length. Then second is the reactance relay. This relay is depending upon the value of the reactance. It is suitable for the ground fault protection of the line. Okay, these two are the different. Then last one is the admittance relay. This is dependent upon the admittance value, and it is used to suitable for the phase fault protection for the long transmission line. So you will get here medium length, short length and the long line length, which relay we can use for the transmission line. So admittance relay where severe power surges occur and also of the distance measurement also. So this is nothing but there are the types of the relay. Now we can see here one by one in the detail. So first is the impedance type distance relay. So first you know what is the working of this impedance type distance relay. What is the meaning of the impedance type of the relay? So this impedance type of the distance relay, that means it is nothing but there are the two parts are there. First is the it is basic because it is the working principle for the distance relay, that means it is the block diagram, but there are the two major parts are there. First is the current versus voltage characteristic, and second one is the Rx diagram. So for this impedance relay, the question for this impedance relay, it is nothing but the question is how explain how the impedance relay is used for the transmission line protection. Used for the transmission line protection. Used for the transmission line protection and derive its equation. Derive its equation. Derive its torque equation and draw the Rx and draw the Rx plane. So what is the working of this distance or impedance relay? So impedance relay, so impedance relay, that means the relay whose working it is depending upon the distance between the impedance of the faulty section and position on which relay installed, uh, it is called as the impedance relay. I repeat again, the relay whose working it is depending upon the distance between the impedance of the faulty section. Impedance of the faulty section. So this is nothing but there is the one principal operation for the, this is the circuit diagram for the impedance type relay. So in this impedance type relay, impedance type relay, this is the generating station, then this is the A and this is the B. So what is this? This is nothing but there is the we have to connect the in between the CT secondary, it is impedance relay. Then this is nothing but the A circuit breaker and the B circuit breaker. This is the section A and the section B. This is the fault whenever the occur, and this is the total impedance, and this is the fault impedance is there. So for this impedance, the definition, the relay whose working depending upon the distance between, that means this relay whose working depends upon the uh, depend upon the distance between the impedance relay of the faulty section. So this faulty section and position on which the relay is installed and is called as the impedance relay or distance relay. So it is a voltage control equipment. It is connected with the voltage control equipment. Now the relay measures the impedance of the faulty point. This relay measures the impedance of the faulty point. If the impedance is less, that means if the impedance is less, so impedance is less, that means um, just wait, this impedance will be the less. So impedance less than the impedance of the relay setting. If the impedance is less, that means it is less than the impedance relay setting. That means the relay setting is there. So it gives the tripping command to the circuit breaker. That means if any fault occur in the system, in that case, impedance value it is depending upon the impedance relay. So it will be the look like that and it will be work like that. That means impedance value is the less than the impedance relay setting. So it gives the tripping command to the circuit breaker for closing their contact. And impedance relay continuously monitors the line current and the voltage flow through the CT and voltage flow through the CT and PT respectively. So if the ratio of the voltage and current is less than, if the voltage and current, if the voltage and current ratio is less than, is less than, relay starts operating. then the relay starts operating. Is less than, relay starts operating, then the relay starts operating. So what is the principal operation? What is the principal operation for this impedance relay? So basically there are the two condition, normal condition and the abnormal condition is there. So normal operating condition, the value of the line voltages, that means this is the line voltage, is more than the current. The value of the line voltages is more than the current. The line voltage, normal operating condition, the value of the line voltage is more than the current, is more than current. But when the fault occur, but when this is the normal condition, normal operating condition, but now under the fault operating condition, under the fault operating condition, so fault operating condition, I think this meeting has only 1 minute is there. So the working of impedance type distance relay will be discussed in the next lecture.